For generations, my family has called this magnificent place home. And now it's your turn. Welcome to Hawaii. Welcome home. Dreams come true in blue Hawaii. We celebrate the stories of our people, and we celebrate our ohana, or family. I am Auntie, and together with my dearest friend Kilalani, we are going to guide you through the mysteries of our island. So we will take that journey well together, okay? Now, it is my greatest desire that when you leave this place today, you leave with a truer knowledge of our home, an understanding of our stories, and most importantly, a longing to visit our generous, generous land. In Hawaii, we have a saying, it's e komo mai, no kahale. We welcome you with that. It means come inside, the house is yours. Now, your dream of making Hawaii your home can be more than just a dream. So, I am going to bring out 2 Disney insiders from the Disney Vacation Club to tell you how to make that dream a reality. I need your help though, okay? To give a big, big Hawaiian warm welcome to Dave and Joe!
This is a stunning resort development that's nestled between a beautiful stretch of mountains on one side and an absolutely pristine beach on the other side. It's far enough away from Waikiki so that you can enjoy a more serene, natural Hawaii, but it's close enough as well, so if you want to enjoy everything the island has to offer, it really gives you the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I want to find out real quick, how many members out there have been to Hawaii before? Everyone but myself. What is going on there? Well, I think, who's been to Oahu before? All right, well, did you know that Kualina, actually in the Hawaiian language, means places of joy? And actually that bodes well for today's show, because today, again, we're going to give you a sneak peek at all the design details of the resort. We're also going to hear some insight from one of the leading Imagineers behind the project.
More than just a name. It's somewhat of a promise. It's a statement of purpose. And so the name Aulani says a lot about the incredible experience that this resort aims to deliver. And no one knows that better than Imagineer Joe Rohde, who was one of the lead creative forces behind Aulani. Joe actually grew up on Oahu, and he has built a career out of designing places that celebrate vibrant cultures. How many have been to Walt Disney World in Orlando? Looks like a lot of you. Have you visited the Animal Kingdom theme park as well? So you've seen Joe's work, because he was the lead creative visionary behind that project as well. So what we did, we sent a camera crew out to Joe to ask him a very simple but yet very important question as it pertains to Aulani. What's in a name? Take a look.
In Hawaiian, names are very important, and you just don't pick a name out of a hat. Creating a name is a process that takes a lot of thought, contemplation. A group of people come together, and a name sort of emerges out of the relationship between all those people and their relationship to the place. In this case, we sat down with all of our Hawaiian advisors, and we talked through what it was we were trying to do with the project. And that gave rise, eventually, to this name, Aulani. Now, the word Aulani specifically means a messenger of a chief. That's what an Aulani is, a messenger of a chief. But when you use it to apply to a place like we're making, it means that the place is going to speak on behalf of something greater than itself. In this case, that greater thing is Hawaiian culture. So Aulani for us is a responsibility for us through our place to speak on behalf of Hawaiian culture and tradition.
Well, that's pretty cool, but you know what? What do you think my name means in Hawaiian?
Speaks too frequently?
You're asking. Good one, John. Well, did you all know that in the Hawaiian language, it actually only has 12 letters in the alphabet? And I had a lot of free time today, so I made a fancy slide to show you I think I got them all right here. Look at that.
There they are, 12 letters, but actually we learned technically there is a 13th letter to the Hawaiian alphabet. It's called an okina, and it looks like a backwards apostrophe. And Dave, I enhanced your fancy slide there by putting up some words that would have an okina in them. And what's interesting, an okina is really more of a consonant, and depending on where you place it in the word, it can completely alter the meaning of the word. So keep that in mind if you decide to get fancy when you're writing postcards home from Aulani. If you put some okinas in there, watch where you put them.
She's so passionate about it. Joan can sit up here and talk about her okinas all day. But Joan, why don't we talk about something a little bit more creative? How about the art of Aulani?
Okay.
The Imagineers have engaged the most amazing artists all over Hawaii to create the most unique art gallery on the planet. Everything from painted murals, they're going to have sculptures, decorative carvings. But to hear a little bit more about the resort's art program, once again, let's turn our attention to Mr. Joe Rohde.
We're working with all kinds of Hawaiian artists on this project. Many of these people are ethnic Hawaiians who trace their ancestry back to the beginning of the islands, and all of them are connected in some way or another to the Hawaiian Islands. And what we've done with this resort is allowed these artists tremendous freedom to express themselves, to express Hawaii through their art in this resort. And the result of that is an incredible art program at this resort, ranging from some artists whose work is completely modern and abstract, all the way to others artists whose work is very detailed and very traditional. Some artists have created objects that are perfectly Hawaiian, and some have created paintings and images that are about Hawaii. But as you wander through this resort, you're surrounded by real artwork that belongs in an art gallery, really nice art. And that's something that gives this resort a really rich flavor and a lot of truth. I mean, these artists have been allowed to speak what they mean to say about Hawaiian culture through their art, and that's kind of cool. Not all the artists who are working on the program are established artists, although we do have some of the most prominent artists in Hawaii working on this resort. But we're also involving children, both local children from local schools and children from all around the state. So there's a couple different places where that shows up. There's a mural, kind of a collage behind the check-in desk, which is like the rainbow colors of Hawaii. And that Colors of Hawaii mural is created from photographic imagery that children from all around the state are taking for us of the colors of Hawaii. And then we're going to compose that into this kind of collage. Now, in that collage will be things that on your first trip to Hawaii, you have no idea what that thing is. But again, people come back again and again to this place. So as you visit again and again, that mural will come to life to you, and you'll realize that that red thing over there is a piece of a feather cape, and that blue thing over there is a very particular bay. And I think that's kind of neat. Both that the kids get to be involved in creating an image, and that image will speak to you, that you will absorb something from it as you come and go from the resort.
Well, and actually the first